Can I always make it on time?
Oh, not last time. The time.
Yeah. Ask before.
I'm still looking for. Not quite.
Okay, let me know when you're ready again. Call to order the regularly scheduled meeting of the Massachusetts Union High School District for Monday, November 13th, 2023. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise and join me in the pledge of allegiance. The pledge of allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you all. Let the record show that Sanjay Dave is absent tonight, will not be able to join us. Sorry. That Sanjay Dave is absent tonight and will not be able to join us. But that the rest of the board members, Esma Ortiz, Lita Carnes, Catherine Vonnegut, and our student board members, Sadie Glasson and Christophe Ruffin, are here tonight. So with that, may I have approval of the meeting agenda?
I move that we approve the agenda.
Moved by Catherine, seconded by Theta. Any discussion? Student board member, Sadie?
I approve.
Thank you. Christophe?
I approve.
Thank you, Christophe. Board members, all in favor, please raise your hand or say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries 4-0 with Sanjay absent. Item 9.1, recognition of National Merit Scholarships. Scholarship finalists. We just had a very nice ceremony. I'll let Dr. Meyer comment on that.
All right, thank you. For information, we wanted to share and enter into the record that we had a celebration this evening at 6 p.m. in the Rose Garden to honor the 31 National Merit Scholar semifinalists from Mountain View Los Altos School District, and this is out of 16,000. 16,000 students were recognized nationally, and 31 out of 1,000 of our high school seniors were recognized. So this honor puts them in the running for the Merit Scholarship. And we had a wonderful speech by Dr. Falaise this evening, and we're very happy to honor them. So for information.
Thank you for those kind words.
I would like to
words.
clap.
And we took plenty of photographs, so they should be available, huh?
We did, yes.
Great.
Phil, can we ask the ones that stay, have the other ceremony and stand?
Sure, please do.
Scholars, if you're still here, could you stand? I guess all, they fled after they got the dessert.
So,
20th century.
Yes.
so you see, folks, that's why they're scholars. They're not wasting time here.
Anyway, it's so impressive that we have so many locally that qualify for this great honor.
Yes, it was good.
And
to
I
see.
think it's a good thing when you're college at.
Stephen, did you have something you wanted to say?
Yes, I wanted to say congratulations to my fellow National Merit Scholar semifinalists. It is an honor. And also, as Phil said, it is simply your academic success. I think for me, it was kind of a surprise. So I think it was a good thing. And it certainly does help on the college applications. And as Phil mentioned, I think that the finalist part is very significant. So go forth and be happy with your semifinalist sounds.
Very good. Thank you, Stephen. Okay, we'll move on now to the MVLA spotlight. Dr. Meyer?
Yes, thank you. Thank you. So as part of a longstanding tradition that we have here at the MVLA High Board and a tradition of our community partnerships, we've created the Spotlight Award. And this award is intended to publicly recognize someone who has gone above and beyond in their efforts to support education broadly and the students and the staff of MVLA specifically. So tonight, we recognize Kim Mosley, and if she could stand, please, Kim. And Kim is the president and CEO of the Los Altos Chamber of Commerce. And I have a few words to say about Kim, and then we will ask you, Kim, to come up and say a few words about your organization. So Kim has deep roots within the community. She's a dedicated community member and an innovator. As the leader of the Los Altos Chamber, she has created links for our schools to community partnerships and has conversations regularly that allow us to publicize the strong schools within our community. She is an innovative leader and has created tours of sister cities and helped us all navigate the need to build back our strong community services after the pandemic. She also recognizes and supports our school community as a key pillar to our joint success. Her newest endeavor, which is the creation of the Silicon Valley Global Trade Center, brings business international relationships and export opportunities to small and medium-sized businesses across the Silicon Valley. Kim was recently a U.S. Chamber of Commerce delegate to the 2023 Green Tech Trade Mission in the United Arab Emirates. She has established an award-winning Chamber of Commerce by creating innovative new programs that address the unique needs of the community. She also uses those business partnerships to bring career technical education, advisory groups, and to bring experts in the field to our students directly. In addition to her professional role, she is a parent within our community. Her son recently graduated with recognition from Alta Vista High School, and she is a member of our Family Partnership Council within MVLA. So tonight, I want to reiterate and say that it is an honor to recognize Kim Mosley with our MVLA Spotlight Award. Congratulations, Kim.
Thank you. I'm very humbled and honored to receive this award. I do care very deeply about our community and about our school district, so this really touches me immensely. I appreciate all that our board of directors, staff, and those that are leaders at Alta Vista, Mountain View, and Los Altos High School do for our students on a regular basis. As Superintendent Meyer said, my oldest son just graduated from Alta Vista this last spring, and I have another son who's at Los Altos. I have two daughters, one who's at St. Francis and one who's at Block. So I'm sort of a school super user and teenage expert in many ways. And I could not be more grateful to the communities here in Los Altos and Mountain View, and to the educators that have really taken a part in helping to guide my children as they become young adults. With that, I think the Chamber of Commerce is often thought of as solely an advocate for business. And while we do, and I attend, many council meetings on behalf of our business community, there are many other organizations that are part of the Chamber of Commerce. Our schools, school districts, our hospitals, nonprofit organizations, and the Chamber of Commerce is really the glue that kind of connects everyone together. We were able to function in that way through the pandemic, and to help guide our community through all of the protocols. And if anyone, ever doesn't know exactly where to go and ask a question, call us because we will help connect you to the right person in the right organization to help and move you in the right direction. I brought a copy of a destination guide that we have published for Los Altos and Los Altos Hills. I have some copies here at the front. I'd love, if you haven't seen it already, for you to take a look. The first issue had an article about the Farm to Table program at Alta Vista High School, and we'd love to include another article in the next issue about our school district in some regard. But this gives you an idea of the different types of organizations that we help to connect. What we really are responsible for is not just strong businesses, but a strong local economy that includes strong schools, right? An excellent school district, helping to support bond measures, great opportunities for healthcare, and just wonderful communities where we can reach out and help and support each other in any way that we can. So if you are a part of an organization that's not a chamber member, I invite you to join us. We're happy to help support you. And again, I really thank you for this honor.
And we have something in the
Oh. Thank you.
I just want to say on behalf of the school district that you have been not only a super user, but a super supporter, and we really appreciate all you've done. You've been a great partner. Thank you.
Thank you.
Board member reports. Does any board member have a report that she would like to make? Let's see. Student board.
I have one.
Oh,
Sorry,
Esma, I'm sorry, I didn't see you.
I thought Thea was gonna share. I have a little bit of a lengthy one, but I want to take a moment
Absolutely.
to share. So first I want to just thank Terry Fott for planning such a fruitful day of a bunch of classroom visits a few weeks ago. And I wanted to both thank the teachers who I got to sit in and observe, and just share some kind of high level conclusions from my almost all day morning. And so I'll start with just thanking teachers from Los Altos, Darren Dressen, Tori Johnson. Their ASI classes were a lot of fun, and talking to the students was even more fun. Avid from Los Altos, also Jan Miara, the ELD teachers, Jessica Hill, Jennifer Enrice, the culinary instructor, Patri Fabrini, Sarah Alvarado teaching the student-centered leadership course, and then the foreign language
classes that I got to visit here at Mountain View High School: Jennifer Chu, Minako Walter, Clotilde Gress, Rachel Roach, Lauren Camarillo, and then the ethnic study teachers, Sophia Camango, Kevin Heiken, and Julie Yick. And I apologize ahead of time because I probably didn't pronounce those all correctly. But all classes were super insightful. Some high level conclusions. So the ASI classes were really interesting. The students were able to just so clearly and in a very digestible way explain some of the research that they have been working on, which I think is just so impactful for the kinds of things they want to pursue post high school. The ELT courses I thought were highly interactive and just reminded me of the importance of really making sure that we're supporting students with learning the fundamentals. And I saw the teachers in those courses just create such a great community and sense of belonging. And I asked actually Terry, like, how are these students, like, how's this translating in some of these other courses where, you know, the focus isn't English development? And so I think that's something that I would like to hear more about, because I think it's so critical when you have teachers who are spending, you know, those ELD periods creating that in a very intentional way. The culinary class was a lot of fun. They were making cookies, and at least 2 of the students that I spoke to talked about wanting to pursue careers in culinary arts. So I thought that was such impactful and a reminder that, you know, we really need to continue to keep CTE at the forefront. The world language courses, almost all of them had some kind of game going on, and so I just thought that it was really impactful to be able to gamify learning language, and just the levels of engagement from students were the highest that I've seen in classes. And then I thought for the ethnic study courses, it was really great to see a different unit in each of the 3 classes that I got to sit in, and the level of like just rich discussion, both in large group, in small group, and then the diversity in a lot of the media being used and various sources. And I think all of us can have a deep appreciation for this since we spent such, you know, so much time looking at materials last spring. And then although I only got to see sort of courses at each of the different campuses, what I hope is true is that the quality in terms of the courses at both of our comprehensive high schools is the same, because what I saw was really great. And I think it's a good reminder for us to ensure that we are both like centrally supporting different course teams, but also that there's a strong level of accountability and collaboration in order to ensure that quality is really the same across our district. And that, you know, the student experience is the same regardless of what campus our students attend. And so I just look forward to figuring out how we can further ensure that we're supporting that direction. But just a really great way to spend that day, getting to know students and getting to see class in action. And then the other shout out I want to give is to Jill Denny and Steve Hope for their invitation to the Renaissance concert. Just I think last week, maybe 2 weeks now. And I used to sing choir a very long time ago, and I was just blown away by you know, talent, the talent that our students have, and just the coordination to put something like that together. And so that was a great way to spend the evening. So those are some of the things I've been busy doing.
Very good. Thank you. Thank you. David?
Turn on your microphone.
So the board assigned me to be a member of Mountain View's city's active transportation committee. For those who don't know, active transportation is biking, walking, and transit, basically anything that doesn't involve a vehicle or a plane. It's part of a larger policy of sustainability and reducing greenhouse gases. and it will shape Mountain View for decades to come. Overall, I was impressed with the amount of data and thoughtfulness that went into the present findings and needs, including incorporating biodiversity. However, both Allende, who is the Mountain View Wisman, I should say Dr. Rudolph, if I'm being formal, the superintendent of Mountain View Wisman School District, one of our partner districts, and I spoke about the lack of students in the current report. For example, there was no safe routes to school in the report. City staff was receptive to our input, and Allende and I sent written comments. However, the reason I'm talking about this is we're particularly looking for you, students, I'm looking out in the audience here, to join. We need your voices. I can speak for you, but I think it's much more effective if you speak in these meetings, because you are the people that are going to inherit the planet that we currently have. So please contact Dr. Meyer if you want to join. And if you have any questions or suggestions, you don't want to join, you please feel free to contact me. On a lighter note, Mountain View has a Monster Bash Saturday before Halloween. I saw adults and high school students in costume trick-or-treating downtown. Anyone in a costume is welcome to trick-or-treat. So if you want to have some fun, I know we talked about academics, but we also need to have fun. I also volunteered for downtown Los Santos on Halloween, where I saw many kids and adults, including MVLA teachers. And I saw a few high school students in costumes. Again, anyone in costume is welcome. So if you want to have some fun around Halloween and kick back a little bit, those are two opportunities.
Thank you, Peter. Go ahead, Catherine.
Well, since the last board meeting, we also had the other homecoming. And Dr. Meyer and I both rode in cars in the homecoming parade. It was really fun to do the little parade wave and drive down the street and wave at people and recognize parents and, because the students were all participating, not in the sideline, at the parade. The other thing that happened this month is there's a thing called SF Friend Squared. You students know what that means. That means the S and F are both squared together. Schools for Sound Finance. And this is a group that met at the end of October. And this group follows the state legislature and the laws that impact school finance. And we are a group that is in the community funded, is that the name of it? Community funded category, as opposed to, there's a different category where you don't have, you don't meet the formula for community funded, and then you get funding by the state on a different kind of formula. But anyway, they discussed the pros and cons of different things that are happening in the legislature and how that affects our budgets and this and that. And it's very interesting to follow that, because that really will affect us, because we're mostly funded by property taxes. And we have the big Benny of having a foundation, MVLA Foundation, that contributes over $2 million a year to us, that also helps fund us. So if you didn't already do your calls, we had the phone-a-thon. If you didn't donate through that venue to the foundation to supplement the funds for the school district, please do that. But anyway, we're trying to follow the finances closely for the school district. And you hear all the economic things going on in the world. So we're doing fine. We're doing great. This was very instructional about what's going on at the state level. And please support our foundation also. Thank you.
Well, thank all three of you. Now we'll give our students a chance to report. Sadie.
All right, thank you so much. So looking back, we started off our homecoming week with a little bit of a confusing day off due to a power outage, but with ASB replanning some activities and rescheduling the rally, we ended up having a great homecoming. Last week, the College and Career Center planned a visit from all the branches of the armed forces to talk to LAHS students about life and service. I think we as students really appreciate the different pathways we can explore at LAHS. We get a lot of help with applying to colleges, but we also have opportunities to get career training with CTE courses and pathways and visits like this one. Our very first Principals Advisory Council members will hold their first meeting on Wednesday. Our new principal, Ms. Ranieri, hopes this council will get more students' perspectives into her office, and they will meet monthly. There are 2 students selected from each grade, and we look forward to hearing more from this Council of 8 in the near future. Finally, I want to give an update on the annual ASB Run Second Harvest Food Drive. As of this afternoon, we have raised over $6,500, which equates to 13,000 meals for families in the Bay Area. Our goal for this year is $15,000, so we encourage all the donations that we can get.
Thank you, Sadie. Any questions for Sadie? Okay. Christoph, please.
MVHS has been bustling with activity these past few weeks. Our student leaders from the Jewish and Muslim student unions organized 2 events on the Israel-Hamas conflict with the help of Mr. Hyken and Mr. Irwin, 2 of our amazing staff members who were crucial to helping organize the panel. On October 23rd, the Science Department presented Mold Day, featuring various engaging shows and activities, inviting everyone to enjoy the projects and participate in the fun. From games like Pac-Mold to projects like Molten Lava Cake, all made by our students. Mr. Lugo's establishment of the Athletic Leadership Council to support teams and manage budgets is a significant step for our sports programs, meaning there is now a specific group of students helping voice the student opinion when it comes to the athletics department. Notably, our girls volleyball and water polo teams celebrated successes recently, with girls water polo beating Wilcox 9-3. The recent Day of the Dead celebration was a big success, thanks to the collaborative efforts of various groups, staff, and the community, showcasing the talent of our Orgullo Latino folklorico dancers. MVHS is looking to the future with excitement for our upcoming Thanksgiving vacation, which will provide undoubtedly a much-needed break for our students and our staff.
Thank you, Christoph. Any questions for Christoph? Okay, then we will move on. It's time for Students of the Month. Christoph, why don't you go first this time?
I'm delighted to introduce Michelle Suarez Maeda, who is MVHS's Student of the Month. She is a vibrant and dedicated individual, leaving an indelible mark on the landscape of MVHS through multifaceted engagements both within and beyond the school's confines. Her unwavering commitment to excellence and her enthusiasm for extracurricular pursuits has rendered her an exemplary figure within the school community. At MVHS, Michelle's leadership shines through various roles, currently serving as the co-president of the MVHS Folklorico Dance Club, a position demanding both creative finesse and leadership abilities. Simultaneously, her role as the media coordinator for the Japanese National Honor Society showcases her adeptness in leveraging modern platforms for cultural advocacy. Notably, Michelle is also an essential member of Avid Seniors, a testament to her commitment to academic excellence and preparedness for the future. Beyond the academic sphere, Michelle's life is an ensemble of diverse passions. She enjoys baking and finds solace in the art of creating treats, often shared and enjoyed with family. Video games serve as a bond with her sibling as she looks back positively on the time spent doing that with them. Notably, her recent immersion in researching university opportunities for the Folklorico group not only highlights her dedication to the club, but also their forward-thinking approach towards its growth and development. Reflecting on our MVHS journey, Michelle cherishes the myriad experiences facilitated by her involvements. For those of you not aware, every other year our school sends MVHS students to our sister school in Iwata, Japan, where they experience what life is like in another country. From the cultural immersion in Iwata, Japan, staying with the host family, to the eye-opening university visits courtesy of the AVID program, each experience has been a catalyst for her personal and academic growth. She also attended a dance convention in Fresno, which provided not just a deeper connection to the art form, but also fostered stronger bonds with peers and a rekindling of cultural roots. Michelle also engages in Health Careers Department at MVHS and has used these experiences to talk with many people from many different professions, such as dentists, firefighters, and nurses. Looking ahead, Michelle is resolute in her aspiration to attend a four-year university. The dream to revisit Japan and reconnect with her host family remains a beacon on her future path, echoing her appreciation for global connections and cultural understanding. Michelle epitomizes the embodiment of an enthusiastic, multi-talented student whose unwavering dedication to her passions and commitments serve as an inspiration to her peers and an outstanding student in the MVHS community.
Well, Michelle, I think you're well on the way to realizing those aspirations for global community and contributions to it. Do we have any questions or comments from the board? Esma?
Hi, Michelle. Congratulations on all your accomplishments. I read that and just heard right now from Christoph that you are part of the Avid senior cohort. I know you went to Southern California recently on college tours. Has that informed at all your college list? Tell us a little bit about any takeaways from that trip.
I think that trip was very informative to me. I personally wasn't thinking of Southern California colleges because I was thinking they were too far, and I didn't really see that as an option for me. But after that trip, I realized that applying to those schools was something I actually really wanted to do. And so it just kind of opened up my eyes, and I was able to fill out some of my applications already, and I'm still waiting on a few more.
Cool. That's awesome. Congratulations, and you're well on your way, I'm sure.
Awesome.
Yeah, you want to go next? Sure.
Well, I just wanted to echo my congratulations. You're clearly already a global citizen. Spending time in Japan and with your folkloric dance. I guess what I wanted to ask you about is what are you looking for in a university? Are you looking to continue folkloric dance? And what sort of are you interested in healthcare? How are you thinking about university?
So right now I am most interested in pursuing dentistry. So I'm looking for a college that will prepare me with the necessary courses to take the dental admission test, as well as prepare for dental school. But I think outside of academics, I'm also looking for a college where it's very culturally diverse, and a college where I can pursue folklorico either on or off campus.
Well, Thea stole sort of my question, darn, about medical, because you have kind of concentrated all the way towards dentistry now, but that's great. And that's extra schooling. Some people don't like that extra part, but it's a great career, and it's great to find a school that can offer you the avocation like dancing in addition to the vocation that you want to search for. So I hope you find one that suits you, and congratulations, you've done a lot.
Thank you.
Yes. Well, I think it's unanimous. We all think you're a great global citizen. You've got a great future. We look forward to seeing you and what you're going to accomplish. So do you have some family here tonight?
Yeah, my parents are both here.
Good. Would you please come up and join us here in the front?
All right. That's after way. Right. Thank you.
Okay, let's see if I can push that. I know. It seemed like it was pointing the wrong way, right? Like over here, that should be like, there we go. Okay, perfect.
Katie, your turn.
Altos High School is proud to honor Daniel Sagittalian as our November Student of the Month. Daniel has truly taken advantage of all that LHS has to offer. He is the volunteer organizer for the Buena Vista Youth Scholars Club, where he works with LHS students and helps tutor over 24 children at the Buena Vista Mobile Home Park in Palo Alto. He is the co-president of the Pickleball Club at Los Altos, in addition to being a 4-year varsity athlete on the tennis team. He loves being part of athletics at Los Altos, and he loves the independence and team support that the tennis team has offered him. His favorite memory on the team was in the final match against Gunn High School as a sophomore, where his round determined their victory. He was excited to play the final round, not only for himself, but for supporting his whole team. Last summer, Daniel shadowed graduate students at the Stanford Chemistry Lab through the Inspiring Future Scientists Through Shadowing program. He worked with students in the computations lab, where he learned about simulating chemistry reactions and the basics of Python, and the biochem lab, where he learned how to use different lab machines. Here, he learned more about the scientific process, and he learned that he wants to focus on as he pursues chemistry. Daniel's favorite classes at Los Altos have been AP Chem, Calc BC, and Comp Sci. After graduation, Daniel hopes to major in chemistry, a passion he has discovered and explored at Los Altos. He loves how applicable chemistry is to his life, both in and out of the classroom. And while he took AP Chemistry, his interest for the subject only expanded, and he has decided that that is something that he wants to continue pursuing beyond high school. He hopes to eventually go into the pharmaceutical industry to use his love for chemistry to help people around the world, to provide new and better medicines to improve quality of life. Thank you, Daniel, for all that you provide to our community, and we look forward to more accomplishments coming your way.
Bill, do I get to go first this time? Okay, chemistry, that's a great subject. My son graduated from college with a degree in chemistry. His kitchen and garage were very dangerous because you didn't know what was in those little jars with those little bars with things sticking in them, or other different colored jars. So do you experiment at home and try to blow up your family?
Not really, no.
No, not that he was trying to do that, but anyway, it's a great thing to do. Chemistry and medicines are really important, and the development of new ones are so important. So I congratulate you on your quest to do that.
Thank you.
Yes, absolutely. Any other comments, board members?
Yes, I would like to say thank you for tutoring students at the Buena Vista Mobile Home Park. I have a question for you about pickleball, because pickleball, I mean, what I'd heard about pickleball is that seniors play it. So, and you also play tennis. So I'm curious for you, what you think the difference is between pickleball and tennis, and why you like pickleball.
I think pickleball is more like a calm and like relaxing
Yeah,
to tennis. Because in 8th grade there was like a pickleball unit, and I got to play with my friends, which I'm not really used to, like playing with people that I'm like really close with in like my friend group. So then when I joined the pickleball club in 10th grade, I thought it was really fun, and the seniors were leaving. So then me and my friends decided to take over the club. So now we're the co-president.
Cool.
So it does match what I thought. You said calm and relaxing, which tennis is not.
That's awesome. Probably a break from tennis, the intensity.
Yeah.
I'm curious, Daniel, what was one of the most memorable things last summer when you were at the Stanford Chemistry Lab? You got to shadow and probably see a lot of different things. What was something that was most memorable that stood out?
I think just like looking at all the different machines that like we were using, because I learned a lot of the concepts in like my chem classes, but then I got to see like the actual machines that like did those stuff that we were able to just like kind of assume. So I think that was something really cool and like eye-opening.
That's awesome. Getting to see it in action.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, congratulations.
Well, you've got a real combination of interests: thermodynamics, chemistry, pickleball, and tutoring.
And computers.
Yes. Well, I think you've got a great future, and who knows, maybe you're going to invent the next Ozempic. So make it cheap, will you? Okay, do you have any family with you tonight?
Yeah.
Excellent. Would you please come up and join us at the front?
Thank you for your comment. Thank you. Thank you. Hey. Okay. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay, it's time for the superintendent's report as she races back to her
Yes.
seat.
Hopefully I'm not out of breath. I might need to take a pickleball. Okay.
Dr. Meyer.
Yes, thank you. First of all, wonderful recognition so far. Great questions. Thank you. Appreciate seeing the different perspectives and the excitement about these seniors as they plan for the future. So just a few things going on in our district I wanted to share. Oh, there it is. Okay, they were giving me some funny looks up front. I went, oh, it's over my shoulder. I wanted to share, and this is a great shot. Something about the drummers. Every time I go out there and they're practicing, and they have such enthusiasm and personality. So great shot. Going forward with our 3 district-wide goals, excellence, equity, and engagement, we've continued to really try and frame the work that we do around these 3 topics and continue to look for and highlight those 3 things within our district. Wanted to also share, we had out of 15,150 high schools, 4,750 were selected for the AP Access Award. Mountain View High achieved gold status with that. And so we are congratulating them and excited about that honor. And so that's a positive that is going on. But now to one of my favorite parts, sharing some of the things going on within our schools. You can see here a visit to San Jose State. Alta Vista is working on improving and strengthening their career pathways. So they have been doing some you can see here electrical wire splitting in the bottom right, visiting different campuses to look and see some of the pathways and the continuation of the pathways that they're interested in. And there's been talk as well about developing further the opportunities that they have on the Alta Vista campus. Wanted to also share, and I know that when I'm listening to the student reports, when I keep thinking, I have a picture of that. I have a picture of that. Wanted to share some of the highlights of some of the things going on. You can see here the pep rally at Los Altos High. Our new principal, Ms. Ranieri, was the grand marshal of the homecoming parade, and it was wonderful to see her here. And here we are with the eagle in the center here. In the bottom left, you can see the homecoming court for Los Altos, and almost all of them. I think Ms. Sadie was also, we have some photos of her, also a member of the homecoming court. And the annual food drive, as was mentioned, the ASB is working on that and making sure that families will have access to food and have a wonderful Thanksgiving. And then on the right, you can see they're preparing and practicing for the Hobbit. So through their class, you can see they're getting ready, and looks like some great sets already in place. Freestyle, we talk a lot about the building. We've seen some pictures of the outside, and here you can see some of the labs and the things that they're doing on the inside. We may even see some of our students here in those pictures. I've certainly been interviewed by some of them. Just a great facility. They're doing their practice photos is what I understood, and preparing backgrounds and really enjoying themselves. You can see just the music labs and the green screens and the great classrooms that we have next door. So just great insight into students in action. Wanted to also share at Middle College, we are looking at the expansion of the MVLA students within the middle college. So this is a positive. Palo Alto and MVLA have been partnering for the last few years since middle college began, actually, so quite a while. And so Palo Alto has decided they're going to start their own. So we are going to continue with our strong program. We have 2 cohorts of students at middle college. And what we'll see is that the Palo Alto grads will graduate from middle college. Then when we bring in the new juniors, we will select more students from MVLA. So this will be an opportunity to have 30 more spots at middle college, which is a highly coveted campus. And we're very excited about that opportunity. I met with the president of Foothill, and the brand new president, and she's very excited to support these efforts and continue to offer the wonderful facilities that they do. So that's an exciting thing moving forward. And they're great shots. I keep looking back at they're at Yosemite again. They've been there for three soup reports in a row, but I love those shots. Okay, looking at Mountain View High School. So here you can see some of the work and some of the fun that's been happening. We heard about Dia de los Muertos and Folklorico. And so we have on the upper right, the ofrendas to remember our loved ones, and wonderful event that was hosted at Mountain View. And Los Altos also had Folklorico dancers. And then in the bottom right picture, you can see, as Ms. Ortiz mentioned, the Renaissance concert. And it was, they always do such a tremendous job, and so professional and well organized and well done. And then you can see some of the pictures of the band, some action shots. There's quite a bit of enthusiasm that you can see within this picture here. And then in the upper left, you have the football team, which we're also going to be talking about volleyball and other teams in the future as well. But they are continuing on in the playoffs. So there they are resting before a game. And then in the bottom left, it was Mole Day, and in honor of the chemist who left, this was something that was celebrated. And so they had they were recognizing the mole, and that 10 to the 23rd, so on October 23rd at 6:02 times, I think 6 to the 2nd, so 6:02 a.m. to 6:02 p.m. I did look this up. They celebrate the Mole Day. And so within our chemistry classes, they had a variety of different ways of looking at moles. My favorite was, because it's Avogadro, they had an avocado mole. And then also, I don't think we can get through any type of presentation without an allusion to Taylor Swift, and you can see the different eras of her mole era, and just some creative ways to help that information stick. So kudos to our teachers for their creativity and our students for their creativity as well. Wanted to also share for parent education, our next, which is tomorrow night, presentation will be a conversation about how puberty has changed. And this may bring more of a middle school crowd, I'm imagining, but it is something that will also be broadcast via Zoom, and something that I look forward to listening about tomorrow night. And then we will then go on to March, which is a big jump: why college admission is rigged and how to beat the system. And I just want to say, the opinion of the speaker does not necessarily reflect the opinion of the superintendent, but I think there will be some valuable information within this particular presentation, and I think it is somewhat mysterious. So we're hoping to do some myth busting with our speaker, which is supported by our MVLA High School Foundation and the foundations of our partner districts, as well as PTA. So just a few things. We can see that tonight speaker series, and I always announce this, to no surprise, next week will be our holiday, so we will be celebrating hopefully with family, and it'll be a nice time to have a break. And then our next board meeting will be on the 18th of December. And so I did want to share, even though it's been a while back, I've said this often, there's nothing like a high school Halloween. So if you ever have the chance to be on a high school campus during Halloween, there's nothing like it, I must say. And so you can see Alta Vista, some pictures and celebrations from Alta Vista and their own design. They had pumpkin carving contests, which our district office had as well, with some real winners. And then so you can see some of the wonderful costumes. And if you look hard, you might see Barbie and the pirate and some staff members. And then also at Middle College, I think you can see the face painting and the decoration, and they were creating their own mural. Just a different vibe for Halloween, but fun nonetheless. You can look there for a second. And then scenes from Freestyle. I said that there's nothing like Halloween at a high school, but there's nothing like Halloween at a Freestyle. And so in my 5th year now, the first year I was told, go to Freestyle. So I walked over there for Halloween, and it's amazing, continues to be amazing. There's a chicken, there's an Instagram octopus, there's all sorts of interesting things there, and very creative and well done. The best costumes. And then also Mountain View had some great costumes, and you can see staff. Aren't they cute? Look at the Cheetos and the Doritos. I know you can't get enough of this, but there were some really cute pictures here and creative fun. And more I've seen the staff dress up, which I think is a real indicator of high fun and student engagement and staff engagement. And that zombie looks a little scary. And moving forward, adult ed, and I saw Ms. Vo here. There she is out there. And they sent their pictures over too. And they have a preschool. I don't know if all of you know that, but a preschool competes very, very closely with a high school campus when you're looking at Halloween costumes. So they had fun, and they had a theme. They coordinated. Very well done. Thank you, folks. And so then finally within our district office, we have our annual pumpkin contest and real creativity there on the left. You can see Ed Services. I think they take it every year. We're very jealous. This was Finding Nemo with candy corn surrounding, and Grace was the winner there. And I had a pumpkin that was cut out of the pictures I see, but it was really fun. And you can see here they were all very different. And I see also my favorite pumpkin was also cut out, which was one that was an homage to Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift. And then you can see here, these are our water polo students here who are going into the finals. Is that Los Altos? Yes. Okay. So I think our Mountain View's going. But anyway, great picture of the team spirit. And that concludes my superintendent report. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Meyer.
Yay.
Do we have a synchronized swimming team?
No, but they look like it, didn't they? They did. And I don't know that everyone even knows what that is, but yeah, it's Esther Williams and
Right.
yeah.
I had a question about the change to middle college.
Yes.
You mentioned that, I think it's great that we're able to expand our program. So what will the effect be to us financially?
Well, we will probably pick up part of it because Palo Alto did contribute to the partnership. So we will do that. But with the 30 additional students, it will be nominal, and it will allow us to expand. I think one of the reasons that Palo Alto may have considered breaking off on their own is because we do have a different pay scale than they do, and they were paying the rate that we pay. So that was a consideration, but I'm really excited. I think it's positive. I think it's great for them. They're going to expand their program, and then we are going to be able to have 30 more students within ours.
I think it's great that we have 30 more students.
Yeah, we can look for the exact number.
This might be some additional marginal expense. We have had a big demand for more seats.
Yeah, absolutely.
And this will help us fill it.
may I say another thing about that? And that is that after COVID, we had option B where people were off, and then we had people online, and then they had hybrid and But then we've always had this alternative program, middle school, where you take some of the classes from what it is you take some of the classes from our traditional high school teachers in the liberal arts mostly, and then you take your other classes, your math and your science and stuff like that at the middle college, at the junior college, and it's great. And for kids that like an alternative way of studying or working, then the bell rings, you go to first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh periods, on your days. It's a little bit more flexible that way, and it gets you used to the college environment and everything. And a lot of people work better mentally in that environment than the traditional high school model. And it's so wonderful that we had this program. And then we also had the College Now, which is even more on your own, like a college student situation. And then we still have option B for very few people, right?
Correct.
Yeah, so we have many different options from the traditional high school that has all the rah-rah with the sports and the music and the this and that on campus. And then we also have these alternative programs that kids want to be doing something slightly different, not that they're not engaged, but in a different way. And that's what these programs suit and these kind of students. And it's so important to offer an educational path or mode of education that suits all different kinds of students. So we're so happy to have all the different choices.
I want to commend the teachers at Middle College. They have already put together information to share. They have new ideas about looking at recruitment, perhaps a little bit differently to expand the profile of a student. And then they also are working with our communications folks too. They have a recruitment flyer that's in the works, almost completed. And so they've been very proactive, and they're also very excited about this. So we met in the last 2 weeks, and they went through all of these ideas, shared data, and it's really going to be a positive thing.
Well, thank you all. Okay, we are at the point in the meeting for communications from district organizations, but I don't believe I see any representatives tonight. So there will be no communications from district organizations. This brings us to item 16.1, public comment on items not on the agenda. Anyone wishing to speak should submit a green card here. Amy has the forms, and our first speaker is Danielle Kelly on the Mountain View High School musical. Would you like a musical accompaniment, or?
I can do it without, thank you. As you said, my name's Daniel Kelly. I wanted to speak in support of the Mountain View High School musical. As background, it was announced that the musical was canceled for this year. I wanted to try to make 3 points. The one is the performing arts are important. They're important to the students who participate, and it's a big deal. It's a big deal to the kids. It provides life lessons and lessons in teamwork, lessons in getting out on stage and putting yourself out there. I think it's training for many things in life. It fills a role for those kids that sports do for other kids. Sports are important for the kids who participate. Similarly, the performing arts are important for the kids who they're important to.